Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your monthly reading for June 2025. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in. Aquarius, if you are new to my channel, I'm going to give you your astrological overview. Then I'm going to do your spread. Then I break it down week by week. I pull my cards. I tell you some aspects every week. And then, of course, a second spread. Now, Aquarius, I want you to get really, really excited. We're here, all right? It's the luckiest month of 2025. You deserve this. You deserve this. And I'm going to walk you through everything. But like I said last week, because I really want this to stick. 2025 has been a year. You know that. I've mentioned it, right? We had back-to-back retrogrades. We had double retrogrades. We had eclipse season. We had the changing of the nodes. Even Jupiter, the planet of luck and good fortune and wisdom, all of that was retrograde until February, right? And it didn't even leave shadow until May. And so you can even go far back to November, December with Mars retrograde for the longest time ever. It was so unusual, right? So everything is now changing. That's all gone. That heaviness, those even intense energies, that fog officially lifted, okay? As mid-May, that you should have started seeing that ramp up, okay? Because it was ramping everything up to the luckiest month of the year. And it's not only the luckiest month, it is a pass the popcorn, buckle up. This is a launch pad to your new era type of month. All right. So I did say in your annual forecast, your 2025 overview, that yeah, you're going to experience things you never have in your life, nor will you ever again around this time. All right. Why? Pluto, freshly new in your sign. The first time in 250 years. And in the past few weeks, Saturn and Neptune, first time in Aries together in 320 years. And then you see Jupiter is changing signs. That's what we're here for. That's the planet of luck and good fortune and optimism and wisdom and faith moving into Cancer. Now, let me tell you why this is a big deal. It's not just Jupiter moving into another sign. Jupiter's moving into a sign where it's exalted, meaning it does its best in Cancer out of all signs for every sign, okay? And of course, we'll walk through it, but that's not it. Yeah, there's more. The sun obviously will be changing signs. It's going to move into Cancer later, in the month. We're going to move into Cancer season, but the moon, as you know, will also change signs. As it does, the moon will be in your sign too. Mercury is changing signs. Venus is changing signs. Mars is changing signs. So you throw in Jupiter, you throw in the fact that I said Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, all freshly new in signs. That's every planet. This is a big month. And many signs are going to be bearing gifts. All right? Especially Jupiter. Remember, that's what happens. By the way, your ruling planet, Uranus, you probably, I didn't mention Uranus, right? But the first week of July, Uranus changes signs. First time in 84 years. So this compact, concentrated period of time, that's the fourth of the four outer planets, all right? You throw in Jupiter, that's 5 of the 5 outer planets. Right here, right? From last month and now to the early July. This is big. Your life is changing. This is a life-changing month. And as I said in your 2025 forecast, it's a year. 2025 is a year that nobody on earth has ever seen. And y'all know that I channeled too. You can look at my prediction. There's things that are we haven't even gone this isn't even halfway through the year. So buckle up. Your life's about to change. June is really gangbusters for you, okay? Listen, there's also, I didn't even tell you, 4 of the luckiest aspects. They happen once a year. That's how rare they are. They all happen to happen in June. And then we have a full moon in June that's Jupiter ruled. It's one of the best full moons. And I've been hyping up that new moon in Cancer at the end of the month. The last new supermoon of the entire year. That's conjuncting Jupiter. When's the last time you saw that? That makes it even more rare. All right. And so, yeah, it's a big month. And the other thing, you've been going through the last few weeks, speaking of Jupiter, right? Jupiter was sextile Chiron. Jupiter was with the nodes, the North Node, right? Your destiny, your mission statement. All of that has brought you here to this moment. So you're going to love June, okay? And just remember, at the end of the day, life is a miracle, right? You're going to see that clearly in June. Jupiter will be front and center, all right? And of course, I'm going to walk you through it. And yes, it is the luckiest month, but it doesn't mean that the month after won't be lucky. Do you heard everything I said about June? So June is just like up here, right? But there's so many great months to come. And the other thing, because it's the luckiest month, it doesn't mean there won't be challenging aspects, okay? So I want you to keep, and we'll walk through those, okay? We'll walk through those, but just buckle up, okay? June is going to be your magic carpet ride. The universe is going to provide the magic. You got to bring your carpet. You got to make your carpet, all right? Now, lastly, I'm just going to go over the highlights for June because there's nearly 30 aspects, and they are really, really, really big. June is that bonkers. I did a June astrology overview live stream where I talk a lot more about June, up to 2 hours. That's how big June is. And a lot of things that I'm not going to mention in your monthly forecast, okay? Because there's just too much, right? So check that out. I'll leave it at the end of this video or, in the description box. I forgot to unclick it for, anyway. But it's there now. You can access it now. And the other thing is that, I talk about a lot there that's going to have a big impact on you. And some things in that forecast, I'm not even going to bring up in your weekly forecast. All right. So check that out. The ones that come after, because a lot of them are in the beginning. But speaking of which, just to give you a little bit of idea of something that I talk about in June, because this has such a big impact on you. And I really want you to take notes. I want you to put this in your calendar. Yeah, I almost said it. Yeah. You know that Jupiter is moving into Cancer on June 9th. You see it here on the whiteboard. What does that mean? It means the first 9 days, Jupiter will be in Gemini. Okay? And then Jupiter will be in Gemini at 29 degrees, that critical energetic degree. We've talked about this, right? And I've told you when Jupiter changes signs, leaves you a parting gift. And this is the last time for the next 12 years. Okay, remember, everything is cyclical, right? The next 12 years, you will have Jupiter in Gemini in your 5th house, which is the house of joy and pleasure. Okay? Family, children. A lot of you have babies. Maybe think about having babies. True love and romance. There's something there. A lot of y'all met your soulmates. I seen your comments. I'm happy for you. And 5th house is also creativity and creative projects. You've been working on creative projects. You've been thinking about starting side gigs, side hustles too. 5th house is self-expression. It's procreation. It's sex. And so that's the thing. Please take advantage of the first 9 days, please, okay? Because Jupiter's then moving into your 6th house, which we will talk about, all right? And that amplifies, by the way, Jupiter of that 29 degrees, amplifies that sweetness of June, all right? So just know this is an amazing month. Even June 1st, not even on the whiteboard. That's the other thing. There's so much happening. Not everything's on the whiteboard. I'll talk about some things that aren't. I'll bring because there are so much happening for you, Aquarius. All right. Just remember, I think I even told you this in your last week's reading. As soon as you enter June, we have that rare triple conjunction with Venus, Chiron, and Eris. I talk about in that live stream. That's big for you. That's big, all right? Because just pay attention to the first week, look at the live streams, and then the last thing, really pay attention to everything I say in the first half here, because remember, I don't know if I told you this, but in the live stream, I said next week, I will be with my family. So I'm finally getting to go see my family. So that's good. So I'm very excited. I'm an Aquarius. Y'all know that. If you're new to my channel, I'm an Aquarius. We had Mercury conjunct Uranus and Taurus. We have all this family stuff, right? And then all this Gemini stuff. And then you know what I mean? Like all the Aries energy. So yeah, I'm going on a trip. I am, going seeing friends. I'm going to a wedding before that. So a lot of things, being with family, a lot of things that match up. Anyway, don't forget to read your rising and your moon. So anyway, I'll resume, your weekly forecast when I return, and I'll have stuff for you. All right. Now, here's the other thing for y'all when I'm looking at what's going on. Don't forget even just the first half of the month, you still have, up until the 9th-ish, right? You still have all this Gemini energy. You got the Sun, Mercury, Jupiter, Sedna, Hygeia. You got so much going on in that 5th house area of your chart. Please use this. And remember, Geminis are BFF. You jam with this Gemini energy, fellow air sign. So please use this in terms of communication, big ideas, thinking, curiosity, travel, things like that, learning new things, launching businesses. Use it. You got so much luck. All right? Because look at what happens June 4th. Yeah, we're jumping in now. Venus is sextiling Jupiter. What? This is the 2 benefic planets at 29 degrees. So this is one of the best days of the year because of what's happening here. This is that anoretic degree that I told you about. So there's something, it's like a graduation. It's like there's something here where you're going to get your diploma, but sextiles are windows of opportunity. You got to use this aspect, but you're going to see days before, days after. That's how strong this is. This is the planet of love and money. Okay. Relationships, harmony, right? Creativity with the planet of luck and expansion and abundance. You got to use this. This is absolutely amazing. What I say, Jupiter and Gemini is still in your 5th house. You've got Venus is still in Aries at this point in your 3rd house. Y'all better be signing them contracts or getting married, or there's something here you need to communicate, have an important Zoom call with your boss, ask him for a raise, knowing your worth, right? We've talked about this, North Node in your 2nd house all year, okay? This is big for you. And one of the reasons why it's so big is it's not even on the whiteboard. That same day, Mercury will sextile Mars. Hello. Yeah. This is one of the biggest days for you. Okay? Remember, Mercury is still in Gemini at this point in your 5th house. Yeah? But then you've got Mars in your 7th house because Mars is in Leo in your opposite sign. Partnerships, relationships, marriage, and legal matters and agreements and contracts. Like you got to use this, okay? Because now you've got all 4 inner planets. You got Mars, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, right? These personal planets rolling out the red carpet for you. As soon as you enter this month, Aquarius, please use this. Yeah, you're going to feel powerful. This is Mars. You're going to feel driven, sharp, okay? Especially with the mind communication. Don't forget, Mars natively rules your 10th house. So there's a lot of career stuff for here. Career and fame and achievements in general. If you're not for career, achievements. So really big aspect. Now, just within a few hours, Venus moves into Taurus. Venus rules Taurus. Venus is in its domicile now. This is a big deal. Remember, Venus was flip-flopping between Aries and Pisces all year. So Venus is now in its domicile in Taurus. This is comfort. This is your physical world. This is material possessions. This is Venus. This is what I say, money and love and creativity. But also Venus and Taurus, that's self-worth, self-value, things that you value. Taurus is a finance sign too. So a lot of money stuff here for y'all. Now, why is this a big deal? Venus will be in Taurus all month long. All right. So you have the 2 benefics now, Venus in her home, right? Taurus, and Jupiter, but when we get to the 9th, and its exaltation. So that's like Jupiter in his home, but on the rooftop with a daiquiri. Like this is insane for all month. So use this. Remember, Taurus rules your 4th house. So home and family is going to be a big theme for you this month. All right. Relationships, significant other, family, children, grandparents, things like that. Real estate. A lot of y'all I told you, a lot of y'all are moving or buying property, or there's something here. All right. big. And this is going to be one of the biggest themes for you out of all the signs because of what's happening. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Okay. Just know Venus and Taurus is amazing. Maybe something with food too for y'all, by the way. All right. Anyway, June 8th. Yeah, Sunday, Mercury conjunct Jupiter happens once a year. You got to use this. This is one of those luckiest aspects. Happens once a year where you have Mercury conjunct Jupiter in Gemini when Mercury's in its home sign. Yeah. So remember, this is at 29 degrees. There's something big here for you. Again, graduation, a culmination point, or something coming to a peak. Yeah. In your 5th house. So this is bearing great news. It's Mercury, right? This is business deals, launching new businesses. You got luck and expansion, optimism, all of that around this, contracts, deals. Even for you with Venus and Taurus at this point, remember, we even had those, Uranus is in Taurus, right? So you had your ruling planet in Taurus since 2018. You've had a lot of home, real estate, family stuff happening since 2018 anyway. And so I would not be surprised if you're signing leases or things like that. Okay. But anyway, just know there is this level of learning something here. Yeah. Some big takeaway for you. You could be teaching, you could be starting a website, you could be taking an online course. There's something that's really nice here. Mercury and Jupiter's related. They both rule the mind. Yeah. Mercury, the physical mind, Jupiter, the higher mind. And I've talked about this. I've merge the two here. Merge the two because this is seeing the big picture now. That's Jupiter. Yeah. I've told you Jupiter, natively rules Sagittarius. That's all about the big picture. So this is you seeing the big picture about something here, right? Leaning into your greater good about what you seek. Use it. I love it. It's a conjunction. Plant some seed. You're going to see things just happen. Yeah. But you got to put your energy toward it. Now, Mercury then moves into Cancer that day. Yeah, that's loaded. We haven't even left that day. Mercury moves into Cancer. Mercury, that's great. That's fine. Mercury is the mind. As we know, Cancer is the heart and soul and the subconscious. Merge the two. Okay? Merge the two. It is going to be this great flow state when you merge the two. Now, here's the thing. On this day, remember I told you there's going to be some, squares. This day, Mercury will square Saturn and Neptune, and Venus will square Pluto. So that's 3 squares on one day. All right. So with these squares, remember, it's just exerting a little bit energy into anything that you may find a little challenging. All right. To walk. It's like it's a branch on the road. If you're vibrating at a high frequency, it's a branch on the road. You just walk over it. Okay. So this basically is just be mindful of the way that you communicate with Mercury being so strong right now. All right. An element of this would also be wanting too much power, too much control. Remember, Venus is squaring Pluto. Pluto's in your sign. This is all about you. This is all about you. Neptune and Saturn in your 3rd house of communication. That can be a little so that's power. So this is more about you, Aquarius. All right. So especially with career, or even if you're a boss or a CEO or a mother, father, things like that. All right. And even in relationships, because we are talking about Venus here. Yeah. So keep that in mind. Relationships just may be a little tested around this time. There may be elements of jealousy and, possessiveness, things like that as well. And yeah, it can be other people too. Remember, everyone's going to feel this. It's for the collective. And so on top of this, the reason why I'm harping on this is because the moon will be in Scorpio. And I've told you about this. If you're a subscriber, I've talked about the moon in Scorpio. It has a little bit of a kick. Yeah. And that is your 10th house. So do you see the overlap here with the Pluto, ruling natively Scorpio? Pluto's in your sign. So yes, there might be something here with career, like a boss or something like that. All right. So just remember, this is all about how you handle the energies. Vibrate at that high frequency. Everything is made of energy. Why? Because the moon will also be conjuncting Juno. So it's a loaded day. It is a loaded day. Just know partnerships, relationships may be a big theme. All right. But again, this is more about you. All right. And how you respond to things and how you communicate. Just remember, don't let anyone take your power if it's someone else, because use Juno. Juno is Jupiter's wife. That's how big these planetoids, asteroids, those are big deals. Sedna. Do you know about Sedna? I told you I'm going to do a separate video on Sedna, who just moved into Gemini. First time in 12,000 years, right? Sedna is a dwarf planet like Pluto. That's how big Sedna is. So know that Juno is on your side, all about the truth, justice, balance in partnerships, in relationships, in legal matters. Use Juno. Be diplomatic, right? All of that. You're going to be fine. Now, Monday, June 9th is the big day. And this is why you want to move into this day feeling good. You got Jupiter moving into Cancer the first time since 2013, 2014. All right. Think about your life, June 2013, for about a year. All right. Think about what happened around that time. You're about to go through that cycle again. Remember, it's a 12-year cycle. So, and when I say that, just pick up patterns. That's all you have to do. Jupiter's moving into Cancer. Cancer rules your sixth house. That's everyday activities. Its success is there's a lot here. Everyday activities, right? It's your routines, your lifestyle, your habits. It's also work. You got a lot of work stuff happening. Work and career. Work, your responsibilities when it comes to work. Work, colleagues, employees, things like that, right? It's also health, right? Health matters. Going to the gym, diet, maybe you as a personal trainer, whatever it is, or maybe you want to become one. Sixth house is also pets. All right, so those are like big themes that you can expect. But when I say think about 12 years ago, you didn't have Pluto in your sign 12 years ago. You didn't have Uranus in Gemini. You didn't have Saturn and Neptune in Aries. You didn't have, do you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be different. This is going to be different from that time, but you can pick up little patterns. And all of that, everything I mentioned about your sixth house, that's going to be the big focus here. But remember, Jupiter is Jove, king of the gods, who brings luck and good fortune and wisdom, blessings, that promise of abundance. So this is going to be absolutely amazing for you. There's growth here, big growth, and you're going to be really busy. I'm looking at you, Aquarius. You're about to go through, but it's like excited busy, it's like projects, it's new assignments, there's so much in the sixth house. Okay, there's so much here. Again, a lot of y'all are launching businesses, doing LLCs, S corps, whatever it is. There's a Jupiter's blessing and expanding this area of your chart. Now remember what I said, Jupiter natively rules Pisces and Sagittarius, right? And so you're getting that blessing in Pisces, where your north node is all year. That's money and income and salary. All right, finances and your self-worth and self-value. So even with Saturn, Neptune, and Aries building that confidence in you, and then you've got Sagittarius ruling your 11th house of your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, and dreams. Yeah, this is big. But Jupiter in Cancer is a big deal. Yeah, Jupiter is optimism, growth, and expansion through your life experiences to have appreciation and gratitude, all in the name of becoming wiser. That is Jupiter. Jupiter wants the best for you. Like me, I want the best for you. Team Aquarius, we got this. Now, Jupiter being in Cancer, just in general, and every sign is going to feel this: home, family, real estate, homeland, ancestry. It goes that deep. Yeah, your foundations, your gut instincts, intuition, emotions, you as a mother or your mother, your maternal role. That's Jupiter and Cancer in general. So every sign feels that. But again, the emphasis for you would be everything I said about your sixth house, and then your long-term goals, a lot of your network, your social network, networking, benefactors, allies, and money, finances, self-worth, all of that. All right. So the biggest takeaway, though, is just emotional growth and higher purpose. Home, family, the heart and soul. It's, Jupiter Cancer is mama bear energy, security, nurturing. You're going to feel this. It feels so good. Remember, this is 12 years. It's been 12 years. All right. We love this. Now, as you move along on your karmic journey, I want you to think about 2024 to 2025 when Jupiter was in Gemini. All right. Everything that you learned in that fifth house area of your life, yeah, you're bringing it now, okay? And you apply it into this next cycle. All right. So Jupiter and Gemini, again, a lot of emphasis in that fifth house area of your chart. All right. So, and again, money is just a big thing for y'all. There was like lessons in money and things like that. All right. So, anyway, you create your reality. Life is what you make it. That's why we say that. Use this to completely transform your life, and you're going to see it happen anyway. Jupiter is the greater benefic. Think about that. Benefit, benefactor, beneficiary, goodness. At the end of the day, Jupiter is faith, belief, optimism, higher purpose. That's all you have to know. You're going to see things grow. And yeah, sure, Jupiter is still going to be making aspects all year with other planets and other signs. You're going to find that expansion and luck and growth in other areas too. So Jupiter has so much power when he's exalted. You have no idea how amazing this is for you. But I hope I'm letting you know now. All right. Now, here's the thing. Okay. Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn, Neptune, and don't forget Ceres. Okay. Persephone's mother in Aries. That is a lot of cardinal energy. So cardinal energy, what is that? That's like leadership. That's stepping up. That's starting new things. And now more than ever, because Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune alone this month at that 0 to 1 degree point of new beginnings. So there's something new, but there's something here for you where you are expanding, you are growing. Remember, this is a big month. All right. But again, it's like you want to. Coming after the past 5 months, you want to. All right. So this is really great. Ride that energy. This is a magic carpet ride. All right. You're going to see Jupiter working for you right away as well. All right. It's really, really, really nice. Especially when it has to do with work, health, pets, things like that, everyday activities, your lifestyle, your routines, service to others, everything that the sixth house represents. And that's because, what did I just say? Thinking about like November, actually go all the way back to October, go back all the way back to September when Mars was in Cancer. Remember, that was like 6, 7, 8 months. That was a long time. It was very unusual, okay? Because Mars went retrograde too. And so when Mars is in Cancer, he's got no energy. He's got no fight in him for you, right? So it brought a lot of delays. It may have brought some frustration, some heightened sensitivity. Remember, Cancer is the crab. The pinchers can come out. You saw a lot of like, yeah, no more. So that's why Jupiter works right away for you. Because what's happening here is Mars is, has been out of Cancer for a while. But Jupiter's now coming into that area of your chart and it's like, oh, whoa, Mars did nothing. Let me work my magic and make things happen for you here now. Okay. So again, that 6th house area of your chart, that's amazing. But then also money, also your networking, your friendships, groups, communities, your long-term goals, wishes, dreams. There you go. You're blessed. Now, June 10th, you got Mars trine Chiron. What a big deal. What a big deal. Okay. I talk about this in your week in that June astrology overview. This is going to be big. All right. Remember, Chiron's in Aries. Mars rules Aries, right? So Mars is looking at Chiron saying, you're in my house. But Chiron's the wounded healer. There's something here. There's old wounds that you're going to be, having those profound healing in. All right. But Mars comes in strong. All right. So anyway, I talk about more in the, just remember that's happening. Okay. The June astrology overview. Now June 11th, this is a big one. You got the full moon in Sagittarius. Woo, it's 20 degrees. Here's the thing. This is, again, a Jupiter-ruled full moon because Jupiter rules Sagittarius. Jupiter is Jove and joy, self-belief, right? Faith, wisdom, optimism. I call this the full moon of epiphany. What's going to happen during this full moon for you, Aquarius? You are going to have the biggest shift in perspective. The biggest one. Remember, full moons illuminate. Full moons are turning points. They bring things to an end. There's something big brewing for you around this time. So let things illuminate. It's a great time to, The Jupiter, like I said, Jupiter natively rules Sagittarius, which natively rules the ninth house, which is spirituality. It's your belief system, your philosophies, how you see things, your perspective. Yeah. And so there's something coming to an end here, but in a good way. It's Jupiter. It's Jupiter ruled. So this is a great time to focus on your chi, your prana, your, connecting with the ether. This is amazing for you. This is in your 11th house. This That's again, there's something here where you're going to be focusing on your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, dreams. What's not part of that? All right. And it's like, again, it's almost like even before you get here, you're already going to know with everything happening in the beginning of the month. And then also, this is part of your growth. Something's going to be illuminated. Also, remember, it's your 11th house. It could be some friendships that you decide, you know what? I feel like this friendship has reached an expiration date. And do you know what I mean? Like things like that. Maybe a community you belong to, the bowling club of Topeka, whatever it is. You're like, I got this to do. But all like in a mutual, like, okay, yeah. Like, no, I mean, this is a good one. All right. So everyone's going to feel this. What makes it even more special is that Jupiter will be conjuncting Mercury at this time, and Mercury will be sextiling Venus. I don't make this up. You got one of the best full moons that's going to help you grow. It's part of your growth. All right. And remember what I've been saying anyway for months now, out with the old, in with the new. Yeah. And this is the perfect time of that full moon in Sagittarius because look at what happens just a few days later. And that full moon, remember, that's a big one. You're going to feel it days before, days after. But the 15th, I really want you to pay attention to the 15th, okay? This is the first like real test that Saturn's bringing you. Remember, Saturn made things easy for you at the, starting mid-May up until this point. Now he's like, okay, let's do a little, pop-up quiz. So this can be but it's Jupiter square Neptune as well. All right. And it's Mars square Uranus. So this is going to have a really big impact on you. All right. It is going to be, a little bit of a challenging day. Sure. Out of the entire month. On that Sunday. So happy Father's Day. Now, Mars square Uranus. Remember, Mars is still trining Chiron, so that's already amazing. But Mars square Uranus, can we talk about this? Mars in Leo, right? So, your 7th house, partnerships, relationships, marriage, legal matters, squaring Uranus, okay, in Taurus. And again, that's your home and family area. Remember, you still got Jupiter in Cancer. That's his realm. So you got the luck of Jupiter. So remember that. All right. And Uranus is your ruling planet, your modern ruler. So of course they're going to have a big impact here. You're really going to feel this. And when I say partnerships, relationships, they can be tested, especially with the home sector. So it can be, with your significant other. It can be with a parent. It can be with a child. It can be, with a neighbor with this 4th house activity. And, with Saturn, the Saturn Neptune square in your 3rd house. Anyway, Mars is going to be like a laser. Mars is like a laser, right? Uranus, the great awakener, he's like a bolt of lightning. So what's going to happen this day? There's going to be some surprises, some revelations, the unexpected, but also your personal revolution, that rebellious energy. That's why Uranus is your ruler. Aquarians are known to be the rebellious, you know what I mean? Like standing, like James Dean is a good, like Rosa Parks. Anyway, this can be an exciting aspect for you if you use it. I always say especially with Uranus, he wants you to use him. He likes to have fun. All right. He's saying shake things up. Remember, Uranus has been trining your North Node. On top of all those Uranus, we have the Uranus Cazimi, we have the Uranus conjunctions. You already get Uranus at this point, right? So all that was happening in May, those breakthroughs, Uranus is breakthrough. Uranus is freedom. Use this to free yourself from something that you need to shake off. All right? Shake things up. And when I say use this, remember, if you don't use these aspects, they will use you. Mars square Uranus is basically the Tower card. Okay? And because, actually Mars rules the Tower card. But if you use it, it's a star. Yeah. So keep that in mind. All right. The star card, what comes after the tower? The star, your card, the Aquarius card, and even the fool. Okay. Remember, Uranus, well, the fool card is attributed to the planet Uranus. All right. So there's a lot of Aquarius energy in the fool card, the new journey. So something new could really dramatically change for you here because this is a fleeting moment, Aquarius. What's bigger than this? It's Uranus, your ruling planet, trining Pluto in your sign. That's happening all year. And when Uranus moves into Gemini next month in July, that's when you really feel it. That's when you really feel it. I told you last week. I think I told you you're going to be having breakthroughs throughout the year, and your personal breakthroughs. Pluto's in your sign. Uranus is your ruler. Uranus is going to be in your BFF side, Gemini. So a lot of it's going to be on the mind. These mental breakthroughs, this is amazing. So again, Mars and Uranus are said, wakey, wakey, Aquarius, wakey, wakey. We're at 29 degrees. We got a gift for you. We got a gift. You want your gift? You got to come get it. You got to make things happen or adapt to, change that's happening in your world, right? All on your karmic journey. So use it. Okay. Now, the other thing is Jupiter will square Saturn and Neptune. Jupiter square Saturn, we talked about. You've had it twice. Okay. This, fortunately, it's great. And we'll talk more about it more in your weekly forecast. This is the end. This is the end. We've already had two. We had one in August. We had one in December. This is the last one. It all started with a Jupiter-Saturn square or conjunction, right? So will you feel this? Probably, yeah, but you're already used to it by now, so you know how to work with the energy. Again, you can look at your August forecast, your December monthly forecast, where you talk about it. Because remember, this is part of a 20-year cycle. So Jupiter conjuncted Saturn in your sign in 2020. This is part of your story. And it's a 20-year cycle with Pluto in your sign for 19 years. So Aquarius, when I say your life is changing and Saturn, all about karma, and comes and he tests you. These are just one of his tests. Jupiter expands, Saturn restricts. That's Jupiter square Saturn. I told you it's part of a cycle. I'll tell you. I talked about it in the live stream. I'll tell you. What comes after Jupiter square Saturn? Well, what can you expect next year? Jupiter trine Saturn. So you get through this little speed bump. Look at what's waiting for you. Okay? So amazing. But yeah, just remember Saturn in Aries practice patience. That's all it is. You got to be patient about something here. Now, Jupiter square Neptune. That's a different thing. All right? Now, we had it in like 2019. Anyway, I'll talk about more in your weekly forecast. Just avoid those lower frequencies, right? That I've talked about. Illusion, delusion, confusion, escapism, self-sabotage. There will 1000% be something testing your belief system. So again, this is a big day with these three squares. You'll feel it days before, days after, a week before, a week after. Again, it just depends on how you handle that energy. If you're vibrating at a high frequency, maybe water bearer's back. Oh, I'm gonna use that from this point forward. Anyway, another thing with Jupiter square Neptune is like wishful thinking. It's like thinking you're gonna get something, but you didn't put any effort in. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like that illusion, delusion. And that's for every sign. That's just what Jupiter squared Neptune is. So remember, it's your third house of communication. That's why I just want you to be mindful of that. And it's also, third house is everything that we mentioned. You know about the third house now. All right. You had Mercury there for a long time, Gemini, so anyway, you can use any of these. You can use this. Neptune is compassion, kindness. So vibrating at the high frequency of that. And when I say that, listen, if you're vibrating at a 10, if you're up there with like gratitude and love and compassion, again, water off a water bearer's back, nothing, right? So anyway, let's just keep going. Oh my gosh, you got Tuesday. Mars moves into Virgo. You're gonna love this. Okay, first time Mars has been in Virgo in 2 years, and you will have Mars in Virgo for 2 months, starting June 17th. A very different vibe from Mars in Leo. It's slowed down. It's a little bit more grounded. It's Virgo, Earth sign, very practical, and this is amazing for you because you know Virgo rules your 8th house. That is it's pretty deep. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty deep, and Mars natively rules the 8th house. So you're gonna feel that drive, that ambitious energy, that passion that Mars brings, libido, heightened libido. 8th house is sex, right? So intimacy is the 8th house as well, relationships, but it can be business partners, like feeling this intense passion with a new business partner or your current one, things like that. 8th house is also money. It's shared resources and assets. It's, investments, it's inheritance, it's bonuses, commissions, it's loans, it's tax, everything that's not your salary, right? But you've already got the North Node, Jupiter, like you already got things happening in your second house. So it's a big money year for you. But the next 2 months, you will see that you're going to be working toward that. All right. So 8th house, partnerships, relationships, doesn't matter what type, but also sex, also intimacy, also money. But 8th house, at the end of the day, death and rebirth, transformation, regeneration. So you see what's happening for you, how big of a month this is for you with Pluto already in your sign. Pluto is death and rebirth and transformation and all that. So Mars in Virgo is going to be amazing for you. I love this. Okay. And remember, Mars left Leo, right? So that your partnerships and relationships. So there's something forming here where you're taking it to the next level, so like even marriage or contracts agreement, like next level, like really, really deep. Okay. And that storyline is not done for you at all, because I'll just give you a preview now. You've got Mars going to be in Virgo for 2 months, pretty much all summer, right? Pretty much all summer in your 8th house. Even though Mars is leaving Leo, your opposite sign, so there's always someone involved with that Leo energy for you. Okay. Mercury at the end of this month, it's not even on the whiteboard. That's how big this month is. It's going to be moving into Leo. And because Mercury is going retrograde in July, at the end of July, Mercury will be in Leo from the end of June, all of July, and all of August. And so you will definitely have a lot of emphasis for the next 2 months in partnerships, relationships, and legal matters. Again, it can be work, it can be love, it can be, you get it. Now, Aquarius, oh my gosh. Yeah, okay, so let's keep going. June, I really want to tell you something here. It's in the live stream. I'm gonna let you look at the live stream. June 18th, just marking your calendar, okay? And we'll talk about your weekly forecast, but just know something from February 24th that's gonna, come back around this time, but in a great way. If there was any delays around that time, okay? Now, especially work related or health related, all right, or pets. It's your 6th house. Anyway, Friday, June 24th, and I talk about the June overview. June 24th, Sun moves into Cancer. We officially move into Cancer season. Amazing. Happy summer. Happy winter in the Southern Hemisphere. Here we are. And of course, it's a solstice. We'll talk about this in your weekly forecast. Just know at this point, you got Mercury, the Sun, and Jupiter all in Cancer. This stellium amplifying that 6th house energy of your life. This is big. This is big. You're going to get busy. You're going to feel good. You got a lot of things happening. Really nice, okay? Just remember, this is all about your emotional growth, your higher purpose, confidence, and your mindset changing, okay? Now, Sunday, you got, not on the whiteboard, the Sun square Saturn. We'll talk about that. But the bigger thing is Mars sextile Jupiter. That is so rare. We're not even getting it in 2026. We don't get it again until September 2027. You got Mars sextile Jupiter. We'll talk about it more in your weekly forecast. This is mind-blowing major, all right? There's big things happening for you. Just keep that, just know that. This is amazing. It's, again, sextile. it's in your favor. It's wonderful. And I told you Mars is gonna be great, right? So you got anyway, it's a big charge. It's a big charge up to what's happening. Tuesday, June 24th, you got the Sun conjunct Jupiter. All right. This only happens once a year. This is always the luckiest day of the year. It's a Sun with Jupiter. We'll talk about this more in your weekly forecast, but this is a Jupiter Kazemi. You get this gift once a year, all right? Something is hugely developing in your life around this time, all right? Now, this luck, this gift, right? That's in your sixth house. There's a lot of y'all are going to feel it days before. It may, manifest days before. You may see it happen days after. Some of y'all, you have different birth charts. You have different rising signs. It makes you different from every other Aquarius in the world. So some of y'all may feel it a week later, but you're going to see things emerging now, because look at what's happening. Look at things are brewing for you, especially with things that you have success, and you're going to find success here, or it's things that you've already started, but look at what's happening that same day, that night, or early morning, actually, on Wednesday, June 25th, you have the new moon in Cancer. What? It's 6:30 a.m. my time. So do you see how the luckiest aspect is happening at the same time of the new moon in Cancer, making it one of the best new moons of the year? And it's not just that. Well, you got the Sun, Jupiter conjuncting this new moon. Again, we haven't seen a Jupiter conjunct new moon. I think the last one was 2022. It's been a while. But this is a new cycle that's happening for you that is turbocharged, that's laced with gold. With Jupiter here, with the moon at that same degree point. I mean, okay, so plant seeds, set intentions. There's a big new cycle happening here. This is the last new super moon. Again, there's something big happening in your sixth house, okay? And again, this is life changing for you. This is your everyday activities, your daily routines and activity. Like, your life is changing from this point forward in a huge way. All right. Because you've got Mars sextiling Jupiter at the same time. You've got Mercury sextiling Uranus at the same time. So that's like good news coming out of nowhere. That's, things like that, right? Sun sextile Mars at the same time. And it's not on the whiteboard, but you got Mercury trine Saturn and Neptune as well. Like, I mean, I can't make this up. Like, this is one of the best days, like one of the best months. You're gonna love it. Let's get started. No. You see the two cards that just jumped out? Aquarius. Oh my fax machine. What? All right, let's get. Okay, we gotta do this. Okay, so Aquarius, you're good. Your life is changing. You just got the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune pop out. You saw that. I can't even. Let's get started. Okay, so Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You just had the King of... This is you. You know that. King of Swords is your dude. That's you. King of Swords is Aquarius. I can't... Okay, I'm going to do... Let me... Don't talk... Okay, give me a minute. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right. Aquarius. Oh, my goodness. Wow. What... You think the universe is not trying to give you a message here? You got a month. To look forward to. Let's. What was I gonna say? I do a traditional cultic cross spread. Yep. Offers the best overview, especially for a month like this. And if we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. But you see that the universe is already trying to tell you something here. Aquarius, I love y'all. All right, let's get started. Oh my gosh. No, you are okay. This is gonna be. You're gonna get everything. You're gonna get. Ring bell. I'm gonna give you, what's that guy? The guy from the Ted Lasso. You get Ted Lasso. I don't know who this is. You get him too. I don't know. I told you I'm part of the sticker club. Anyway, you're good. This is gonna be amazing. All right. Yeah. No. You see that, right? But I'm gonna tell you something here. Okay. This is gonna be one of the best months that you've had. The fact you got the Sun. The Sun is the biggest yes in tarot. It's the most optimistic card. This is optimism. This is opportunities. This is you going through a rebirth. This is you saying, I'm doing me, right? This is achievements. This is everything. You got the Sun. First, I'm going to show you something here. I can't make this up. It's card 19. 1 plus 9 equals 10. 1, 0 equals 1. This is your rebirth. There's something new happening in your life, and it's amazing. You got the Wheel of Fortune, card 10. This is a new This is the new. This is fated new beginnings happening for you. This card is attributed to Jupiter. You don't. You're good. You're good. I can't even. You got some fated new path happening here. You got your card, King of Swords. All right. Kings are fixed, swords are air. This is you. You're the fixed air sign. When I say you're gonna feel powerful, you're gonna feel powerful. You're gonna be making decisions. People are coming to you. This is head above the clouds. This is you ready to. Remember, I said you're gonna be busy. You're gonna be ready to do things. Look at his sword tilted. He's ready to strike, right? He's looking directly at you. The only king that looks directly at you. He ain't afraid of nothing. No one can hide anything from him. He's faced all his truths. You're good AF, okay? Because look at look at the progression here. Are you joking me? Like, you got the 5 of Cups. It's done. It's in your past. It's done. Okay? That's all you got to know. All right? It's in your past. Look over here. It's all about moving forward. And your future that I just told you, it's going to be life-changing and amazing. And like it doing some sort of champagne bath on a yacht. Maybe. This is amazing. Just listen. It looks like there's something that, again, there's going to be possibly some breakups, possibly some endings of some things, possibly people ending things with you. But you got to see that as a sign. It was time. It was time. That's that wakey. Yeah, that's that wakey. And then when that's gone, you make room you see the universe is taking care of you. So look toward the future. Those cups are spilled. You can drink that wine off the ground? No, they're done. You got 2 full glasses right behind. Just move forward. All right. You got the Tower and the heart of your spread. There's going to be change. Okay. But here's the thing. Remember, I said, even in the middle of the month, when you got Mars square Uranus, and that's going to have a big impact on you because Uranus is a ruling planet and it may have to do something with partnerships or relationships or legal matters or things like that. Whatever it is, look at the Tower, right? You see the couple. You see them falling out of the Tower, right? You see the lightning strike. What did I tell you about Uranus? Okay, this card is attributed to Mars, right? So it's striking the crown off the Tower, which the crown is the ego, right? You got Mars in Leo, which I told you can be like pride and ego and things like that. You know, that other expression of Mars and Leo. Either way, there's something here that was not working, okay? Something wasn't working. And that's if you are still stuck on something, trying to make something work when the universe is saying, no. Look at what you got on the other side. Then yeah, the universe is going to burn it down, build it up. But that's the other thing, is that whatever happens here, again, is a huge blessing in disguise. Secondly, a lot of this is you. Some of y'all are going to be like, okay, oh no, this happened, but I'm just going to completely change everything. I'm going to completely shake everything up. And that's me taking charge of my life. The way that I see things, right? I'm not going to look at the past. I'm going to have that huge shift in perspective and think about my life purpose moving forward. That's you using the Tower. And that's you coming out. You see the 5 of Pentacles here in your challenge area. That's you recognizing something or someone was holding you back. And if you don't recognize it, the universe is going to show you, yeah, listen, that was not meant for you. We got something better. Okay? That's all that is. And again, a lot of this is career stuff. You know that. I told you that. Okay. Partnerships and there may be something here with career, just letting you know. But for a lot of y'all, there's got to be, it's a Pentacles. I said there's a lot of home stuff too. Okay. There's just something here where it's like, we got to wake up. We got to wake up and see that there is something better on the other side for us. So claim that Tower moment. You needed it because look at what's happening. You have this 7 of Cups in your crown. This is a card of illusion and delusion. Look at all that smoke and the smoke and mirrors. You see that fog there? You don't even know, right? This is saying like, okay, what do I, right? That, Jupiter squared Neptune. Even in the beginning of the month, I told you Mercury squared. There's stuff happening in those squares. You're going to feel them. And so this is definitely 1000% saying like, okay, let's just, all right. So I have a little bit more clear idea of, and I come into my power and everything's happening for me. My life is changing in this amazing way, this new karmic cycle that I'm moving into. I can't with you. This is amazing. So there's just something here that you got to know what you want. And when I say you got to know what you want, yeah, there may be a couple different paths for you, a lot of different opportunities, but do you feel it in your bones? Are you just going with something because it's comfortable? You're like, you got to feel it. You got the Knight of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying is right. That's what this is saying. It's like, this is all about the long term. This is like, yeah, deep down inside, I want this longevity, especially with finances, especially with money. But remember, Pentacles are your physical world, right? Longevity in relationships or home or anything that you want, wherever you're putting that energy. You see that oak tree all the way in the back? You see the oak leaves in the knight's helmet and the horse? He's connected to his future. He's not looking back. This is the biggest field in tarot. He's planted all his seeds. Yeah, you can plant more than one seed. Great. So you can, and you're going to be really busy too, by the way, there may be a couple of different things like that, that's going to be great for you where there's that growth. He's going to reap his rewards. Yeah. This is amazing. Why is this amazing? Knight of Pentacles is Virgo. What did I say? Mars is moving into Virgo. Okay. And your 8th house. All right. So there's something here that's growing. This is part of your personal transformation. That is that death and rebirth I was talking about. You see, it's happening here. Okay. But in order to have that rebirth, you need that death part. You need that part where it's like, let's get this. I'm in this new cycle. This is part of my, personal transformation. And 8th house is money. I told you that. It's anything. It's partnerships. It's what you're taking with you for the long haul. And then what did you see your last week's reading? And the week before, even maybe, I don't remember, but even the last week, and that's the thing, I do astrology with that. It's sequential. Weeks are sequential. Right? We know that by now. All right. So it's not me just throwing down cards. It's integrated into what's happening with the planets and all the aspects for you. When you get the star twice, there's something here. There's a big message for you. Okay, look at your last week's reading. It's in your future. What did I say? Literally, with that Mars square Uranus aspect, you have the Tower, star. What comes after the Tower? Right? Card 16. Well, it's card 17. So this is the best thing for you because this is healing and it's wisdom and it's faith and it's belief. Everything that I told you Jupiter in Cancer is, or Jupiter in general, that belief in yourself and belief that everything will work out in your favor. Everything's happening for you. What did I talk about? That growth, right? I pointed this out last time. Look at you, the water bear pouring onto the land as well. That growth, everything is growing within your world. The stars are aligning for you. You got to believe. You got to believe. There's something here that's got to go. Because when that tower falls, you can see. It's in your way right now. You can't, you see what I'm saying? You're good. You're really good. This is your card, the water barrier. I think I put it out last time, just like the, oh my gosh. Are you a tier 3 member? You saw the second spread? That's the biggest sign. I'm not going to give it, well, all right. You got the story in the second spread too. So there's a big information that, whew, oh my gosh. I cannot believe that you just got the sun, the star, and the wheel of fortune. Let's get to your stuff. Okay, let's do this. Aquarius, let's get if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. Team Aquarius, you know this reading is for me as much as it is for you. Y'all are amazing. Yeah, look at that. Oh my goodness. This is your best spread ever. I can't. Okay. So, justice. There you go. Get it. This card is highly associated with karma. Okay? Go get it. Move into your next karmic cycle by having, what did I say? Even at the beginning of the month with Juno, Jupiter's wife, she's like the justice card. Juno is related to Libra. This card is attributed to Libra, so this has to do with partnerships, relationships anyway, and legal matters and the courts and things like that. This is all about, that's why we say actions have consequences, right? That's what karma is, okay? But inaction have consequences too. You don't do nothing. If you just keep looking, no, you got to take action. Use that sword that's pointed straight to the sky, connected to the ether, the cosmos, the divine. Use it to cut anything you don't need, to bring that balance in your life, that justice in your life. You know you want, like, use it, please. And it'll all happen for you. You got that 10 of swords. Did you see your last week's reading? Okay. Can I just tell you something here? 10 of swords and your external factors area now. All right. So 2 things here. There is something 1000% in your world coming to conclusion. You were learning something. I talked about this karmic cycle last time, right? If you're stuck in this energy, you're going to be stuck in that loop. That's why we call them karmic cycles. You got to learn from anything that was hard and challenging. Okay. The sun, I pointed this out last time too. Outside of the actual sun card, sun only appears in a few cards, and it appears in the 10 of swords. It's the end. 10 is the end. So this is all coming to an end, but you got to learn from anything that was challenging. Those dark clouds are clearing. You're starting your next cycle. That's what karmic cycles are. If you don't learn from certain circumstances and situations, you don't take that with you, feeling empowered, using it to empower you in the next cycle, you're just gonna go through it again and then again and then again. But if you learn from it, no, you're good. You learned your lesson. You got to move forward. Now you're moving forward this new cycle. So anyway, it does look like there is someone involved here. Okay. So it looks like the actions you take, things are happening in your world, are going to have an impact on someone else as well. Okay. Remember, there's a lot of career and home energy for you, but it does seem like there may be something here where it may be hard for them too, but they got to learn as well. And you've got the 10 of wands. So you see, you got these 2 10s, you got the tower, you got these 2 10s that I pointed out earlier. Things are ending for you for a new beginning, and you want it. You're like, things are, but why would you carry all that burden? That's why you got to release some things, right? That's what this card is. It's a card of like burden, right? It's a card of just, it depends on your spread, to be honest, and how things fall. And I channel anyway. So this is all, look at this. It's all about you saying, deep inside you saying, I'm done with this chapter. I'm ready for the new. I don't want to take on responsibilities for anybody else. I want everyone else to be responsible and learn, and then we can work together And then we become stronger. Okay? And then I can see clearly. Look at what I said. You got that here. He can't even see where he's going. He's carrying so many wands. You see, he can't see. And so this is the end, which is great. And you want it to end. Things that may have been a little for you, but you've got to see, okay, your path forward. You got to see that you're in this situation, and you will. And then you've got that Six of Cups and your final outcome. That is the best. It's like the chef's kiss of your spread. I know I just did that. It was weird. But the Six of Cups, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. This card, 6 is all about harmony. Yeah. 6, look at the 2. This is kindness. This is sharing. This is letting down your hair. Okay. Look at first of all, this is the biggest house in tarot. There's a lot of comfort here, a lot of security, a lot of protection. What I talk about Jupiter and Cancer, but what I talk about like Venus and Taurus and, your 4th house all month anyway. So things with home, family, but also partnerships, relationships, whatever it is. This is you tapping into your inner child. This is you finally saying, okay, I feel good. I feel good. All right. After that tower moment, now I feel good. Things are aligning for me. I feel like there's something that's got to end. And you see everything is working out for you. You got a lot to look forward to. I can't believe that happened. Aquarius, let's break it down. First week, okay? First week, let's just, we got that triple conjunction on June 1st. We got Venus sextile Jupiter, while Mercury sextile Mars. You got Mercury moving into Cancer. You got a lot happening. Let's see what's going on for you the first week of June. Aquarius. 3 of Pentacles. There you go. Do it. 3. Listen, it's all about the new. 3, as you know, is it's advancement, it's growth, it's maturation, it's development, it's all that. But it's the birth of new things. It's you starting something new. There is this new reality that's happening for you in the beginning. Okay, it involves other people. I said other people are going to be, even new people, by the way, with what's happening this month. Yes, very likely new people are going to be entering your life this month. Okay. It can be love. It can be work. It can be, neighbor, whatever it is. You are going to see new people enter your life. Okay. But if you're at home binge watching Love is Blind and Survivor every day, the chances of you meeting new people are very slim. That's why you got to go take that inspired action. But either way, it does seem like, that potential is big. Starting something new with other people look at the pentacles in the structure of the building. Okay. That long term, that stability that comes with the 3 of Pentacles. Absolutely amazing. New business, new team, working with others, maybe even with family, starting something here. But that card is all about teamwork. Second week, Aquarius, you got Jupiter moving into Cancer. You got that full moon. Those are the biggest things. Those are the biggest things. And the squares on Father's Day. All right, so let's see what's going on for you, okay, for the second week of June. Oh, don't mess with me. Are you gonna try to? Okay, you got the 6 of Wands. So, you're good. You're absolutely good. This is a card of, success. This is a card of rising above. This is another 6. What I say, that's harmony. Things are harmonizing for you. This is public recognition. This is victory. This is eminence. You're amazing. You're good. All right. Maybe something that, work, career, big energies here, but also just whatever you're passionate about. Okay. That's all it is. You invented a time machine. People are going to be excited for you there. Whatever your passion is. Okay. But also, that card is Leo card. Says maybe something with partnerships and relationships. Some of y'all are getting married, by the way. Anyway, and congratulations, or having babies. Congratulations, or grandkids. Congratulations. Now, the third week is, you got Mars moving into Virgo. You got a lot. We move into Cancer season. That's the third week, okay? Mars sextile Jupiter. That's the third week. Let's see what's going on for you for that third week. There you go. 6 of Swords. That's your third 6. I can't even. Is that you got all the 6s? No, that's your third 6. Okay. That's amazing. because there's so much. Okay, so let me show you something here. This is your card. This card is attributed to Mercury in Aquarius, by the way. Okay, it's an Aquarius card, and it's all about the mind. It's all about the mindset. Look at this. Look at my finger. Look how chaotic the water is. Now, look at the direction they're going. There is no undulation from this point forward. Okay, this is you saying, even with that Tower moment and that Ten of Swords. Okay, yeah, things have happened, but I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna move forward. That's it. Okay, and you're moving into this place up here. That's a lot calmer. It's a lot, all that chaos is gone, especially even with that Tower moment. It's like, okay, that happened. Or even for a lot of y'all, it's going to be, you're going to make it happen. Remember, I said use those aspects. And it's like, whew, what a relief. Amazing. Last week, the luckiest week. Let's see what's going on for you with the Jupiter Kazemi, the new moon in Cancer for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Oh, that was half the deck. Four Swords. Look at that. So, do you see how this Tower moment was the best thing for you? Yeah? You go straight from the Six of Swords to the Four of Swords, where it is that stillness of mind. It's that retreat. It's that meditation. It's that, working with your chakras. It's that comfort. It's that security, especially with the fact that if, things could have been, it's like, okay, moving into a place of calm and really great calm. This is you see the knight here, right? Just having his little moment, his retreat, just kind of like that. It's almost like you going on like a, day trip, like wellness retreat, like a walk by the river, whatever it is that you need to. And then that's when it's like everything makes sense. I'm in touch with everything. You see the Three Swords pointing down at the heart chakra, right? Throat chakra, crown chakra. Like this was needed. It's perfect for you. And these 3 sixes, amazing. The thing about the sixes is that they're out of the pip cards. You see a pattern here. It's the sixes. This is why I say it's like harmony and accord and things like that. There's more than one person. And you always see a figure, like you see the ferryman over the protection, right? Even here with that figure a little bit taller. Anyway, I'm not even getting into it because I see what time it is. You're good. That's all I'm saying is everything is moving in this harmonious direction for you. You had the Wheel of Fortune and the sun jump out. You saw that, okay? You had the star in your future. You're good. There's something here that's just going to change your life. You got the King of Swords. I don't think these actually have anything to do with your spread. But anyway, this is really long. Aquarius. Next week, and listen, the second spread, yeah, we'll take a look. We're going to pull more cards. We want to look at career. We're going to look at love. We're going to look at everything. Tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. You know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join. Next week, you know what's happening. And if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Aquarius, oh my gosh, y'all are amazing. I want you to get really excited. I really want to hear from you now. I want to know what's going on. This is going to be a month, okay? So we'll look at those in the second spread. I'm gonna let you go. This is getting so long. All right, thanks so much. I love y'all, Aquarius, Team Aquarius. I'm here for you. All right, bye-bye. Next week, bye-bye.